how Melee's biggest cheater was caught. That's right. Cheating in Melee isn't often, but there was one example of a man who got away with it. Well, he initially got away with it until he didn't. And this was a Pichu player in the Midwest. You want to watch? It's always a Pichu player.
If I told you that in 2016, an up-and-coming Pichu main was defeating top players in his home state of Ohio, but it turned out that everything was a lie. In 2014, a young player had joined the Smash scene. Since Pichu was ranked the third worst character in Melee the year prior, there was something inside him that wanted to take Pichu to the next level. He felt
and it's
as
Ohio.
Pichu had potential to be far greater than what people think.
If it's not bad, on top of everything, it's in fucking Ohio.
This player would start his journey as a regular tournament attendee, doing practice routines and even making discussion boards on analyzing top players like Hungrybox.
Wait, what? He made
tournament attendee, doing practice routines and even making discussion boards on analyzing top players like Hungrybox. At first, everything seemed fine. He was a Pichu main that had to take the time above and beyond to get the wanted results. Over time, he'd improve, but on several occasions, there'd be suspicions that something was off. He'd begin to beat top players in Ohio more often than usual at a relatively fast rate, only taking 2 years to start taking sets off players like Sweet, Dempt, and even having close sets with S1 and 4%, who was top 100 in the world at the time. Normally, it's more common to see this when a player uses a high tier character. All was going well until one day, it was discovered that he had been cheating by modding his Wii, and by inputting a specific button combination, his Pichu would go from low tier to absolutely broken.
What was that?
Combination, his Pichu would go from low tier to
We give him Marth down tilt? What the fuck? How did this take a year to discover? This would have taken me one tournament. I watched him like, get the fuck out. You serious? How?
absolutely broken. Today,
He's using a doped Pichu, dude.
we'll be talking about the story and the drama, the night of the living Pichu. This is the story of Pichugate, aka Super Pichu.
Okay, I will say that the editor went a little bit too, he gave himself a little bit too much liberty. He was like, do I name this video the night of the living Pichu? Do I name this video Pichugate? Do I name this video Super Pichu? He just it's good. He just couldn't decide. He was like, fuck it. And the music in the brackets. Okay, guys. You're gonna tell me no one saw this? Really? At 45? Okay, that down tilt. Yo! That has balanced the character.
In 2014, Chaos was a new player that wanted to climb up the ranks in the Midwest and in the world, all with Pichu. He felt as if the character had potential to see far better results, since not many players use Pichu at a serious level. He was a young kid, being around 13 years old when he first joined the scene. With high ambitions, he set out to be the best Pichu player in the world, looking to cement his legacy. In the beginning of his Smash career, Chaos, and like many newcomers, would attend his local tournaments and not have much success in the beginning. And as you can see,
so his tag was Chaos.
Rightfully seated low in his first couple years as a Pichu main, meaning that he wasn't a major threat to the majority of players, especially if you were a ranked player. See, maining Pichu or any low tier character takes years of hard work and dedication. The reason Pichu is a low tier is because he tends to die early due to being the lightest in the game, having really bad range, coupled with the fact that he takes self-damage by doing special attacks, forward throws, and forward airs. He was intended to be a joke character said by Sakurai himself. Even with all these weaknesses, Chaos wanted to take Pichu to the next level. He was dedicated to learning the ins and outs of Melee itself by recording his own tournament games and even making a Smashboards post detailing Hbox's movements in a form of a heat map that showed where Hbox would position himself in high-level matches. By trying to implement techniques that top players use,
I remember that post so big. I'm like, damn, someone really they saw some cool stuff. Like that was around the time I was rank 1. I'm like, all right, you know, I didn't realize like this was the guy actually doing it. But when there's some bottom tier characters where you're just like, hey, maybe I can push this character. Maybe it's underrated. Like with Don't Test Me and Roy, you know, like maybe it just takes the right person. The problem with Pichu is that Pichu's so bad that just whenever you select Pichu on the character select screen, no one's gonna take you seriously because the character is meant to like lose. It's meant to hurt themselves. Still not the worst character in the game. I think if anyone chooses Pichu, Kirby, or Bowser, they're half shitposting you. They're half trolling you. Oh, there are some people who are specialists and they really enjoy it. But when Pikachu is right there, it's hard to wonder why you would choose Pichu.
Chaos would set himself out and travel across the region, taking losses and gaining experiences along the way, which helped in improving his fundamentals and his overall game. Eventually, he started to slowly climb up the ranks, beating players who he often lose to, and with the amount of work that he put in, the results started showing slowly but surely. June 26, 2016, ARG2, the second iteration of the Ohio Monthly Series, was on the way, with the tournament having players such as Joey Crizzle, Surf Sub Hail Satan, Chaos himself being present and being...
What was his tag?
Having players such as Joey Crizzle, Surf Sub Hail Satan.
Surfs up, hail Satan. Oh my!
On the way, with the tournament having players such as Joey Crizzle, Surf Sub Hail Satan, Chaos.
What the fuck is wrong with Ohio?
Himself being present and being regulated to the 10th seed, and even 4%. A Jigglypuff player in the top 100 of the world, looking to take the tournament win. At Melee tournaments, it's a common occurrence that the players are the ones who tend to bring the game setups in order for tournaments to run as smoothly as possible. And one of those players who brought a setup was Chaos himself.
Okay, and there's the aforementioned Wii, the smoking gun, this whole thing. This Wii right here is what allowed him to cheat.
The tournament?
Remember when I said check him disc? Check the disc? I'll be lying if I wasn't thinking about situations just like this.
Begins and Chaos goes up against Remix, a Foxbeat from the same region. After a bit of back and forth arguing on whether to play on Chaos's very own setup or a different setup in the venue, in the end, they decide to play on Chaos's Wii setup. They both sit down, pick their mains, and the game begins. When the game starts, Remix feels as if he can't do anything. He tries approaching, and some moves just outright beat his attacks. So then, he changes his style. Remix now begins to laser camp, and they go back and forth in stocks.
Guys.
Stocks.
No, like, are you actually kidding me? He wasn't even trying to be subtle. Like, what? No subtlety. And that Nair is huge now. He made Pichu heavier? Oh, no. What? They should have. Oh my god. I'm so glad someone caught this fucking guy. It's so blatant. That Nair, guys? Like, what? What? That's bigger than like Pikachu up there. They gave Pichu a fucking shine spike. No way. The whale tail, yeah. Okay, at least he died there, but barely. I would have called such bullshit. He won this game. Okay, he lost. He lost 2-1. We'll turn off the... Okay, that Nair is literally... What is that? Like Game & Watch size Nair? Like what is... What? That forward smash is the strongest thing ever now.
With a 2-1 loss in round 1 of the winner's bracket, he'll need to step up his game big time since he's now in the loser's bracket, which means he's at a huge risk of being eliminated from the whole tournament. Having the eye of the tiger, Chaos does this.
Oh my god. What is this loser's run?
Yes, that's correct. Chaos had managed to defeat 5 different opponents back-to-back, with each score being 2-0.
Oh my.
Which means that he beat every single person that came his way in a best of 3 without ever losing a single game.
Yo.
He first beat Coco, a Fox main who was the 4th seed of the bracket, Array, a Marth main who wasn't a top player but was a respectable Marth nonetheless, defeated Frecky, John Ganjin, and even managed to defeat Surf's Up Hail Satan, a Puff main who was on the verge of becoming top 10 in Ohio at the time. How is it that a Pichu player who is
Not Surf's Up Hail Satan
manages to defeat a Puff player using his limited amount of kill setups?
Pichu Puff is not in a real matchup.
Pichu in the Jigglypuff matchup has to use moves like down air, nair, and up smash, but these are moves that require Pichu to position himself very articulately since Jigglypuff players are usually in the air, due to Puff having great air mobility that helps her with her back air spacing, which Pichu doesn't have the necessary tools to close out stocks against an airborne Jigglypuff, which as you can see from this matchup chart from 2010, Pichu is at a large disadvantage.
I love this matchup chart because it looks like you just spilled Skittles everywhere.
You can see from this matchup chart from 2010, Pichu is at a large disadvantage against Jigglypuff. So how is it that a newcomer who just joined the scene in 2014 just suddenly came out of nowhere and started beating all these different players who came from different eras? Nonetheless, after winning the match against Surf's Up, Chaos moves on to face off against Minty, a Fox main who had been pretty consistent in the power rankings each year, with being the 7th best in the state, in addition to being seeded 2nd in the whole tournament. Now the thing is, Minty and Chaos were arguing for some time on whether to play on Chaos's Wii or on another setup.
Oh.
To some people, this was weird. Why was it that there would be constant arguments on where to play tournament matches? Some people didn't think much of it, but a small number of people began to question it little by little. Once the set began, Chaos wins the game with a clean 2-0, eliminating the Fox player and sending him home. As you can see, Chaos managed to 2-0 everyone that came his way.
What the fuck?
He had stepped up his game quite a bit
and
has now made it to the losers finals, a guaranteed 3rd place finish for Chaos. This time, he plays against Joey Crizzle, an Ice Climbers main in the losers finals. Ice Climbers is a character that has the ability to
Icy's Pichu is like 10-0 or like it's like a 90-10 matchup.
Wobble the opponent, which is essentially infinite
and there it is.
Legal move up until the ban of 2019 across the world. But even with having this tool, it wasn't enough for the Icy's main because Chaos would end up beating Joey 3-1. An anonymous Melee player would eventually come out, claiming that something was certainly off. During one of the games against Joey Crizzle, the Pichu main was observed F-smashing on the right side of Pokemon Stadium.
What?
Against Joey Crizzle, the Pichu main was observed F-smashing on the right side of Pokemon Stadium during a stage transformation, that killed the Ices Mania at 18%. As said before, Chaos was
18?
10th in the bracket, while Joey, well, he was seeded number 3 in the entire tournament. But again, many saw this as an impressive win among the Ohio Smash scene.
Insane.
And rightfully so, because this Pichu main was making waves across the Melee scene. Since he beat Joey Crizzle in the losers finals, he now moves on to grand finals against the one and only 4%, who is again top 100 in the world. If he wins against 4%, this would be one of the biggest upsets in Melee history. This is a best of 5.
Bro.
And so, the match begins.
Don't tell me he wins, man. Pichu Puff? Oh my god! 1%! Okay, 71 it should kill, but off the top is so fucking funny. That means it was so powerful, it's like Ganon up tilt. No, he's getting cooked. Did it just beat rollout? That's actually so funny. Chaos takes game 1. Good rest. Okay, respectable there. Back in for the kill. Up smash does kill there. That nair is the stupidest thing. You know what's funny? This should have been the biggest giveaway that this guy was trash. Just mash! Mash like 3 inputs you get out. At 19, you wake up. That nair is fucking... It's just crazy, guys. Yeah, Sing is minus. Just terrible. He's getting destroyed. What the No! That almost killed. Okay, that's forward smash. Good back air.
Game 5. Very close set. Who will take the tournament? Will it be 4% or will it be Chaos?
Okay, that was a nutty rest. Hold on. I'm gonna steal that. That was a sick rest. Or an off. Okay, it's close. Oh. So 4% won.
Chaos loses to 4%, with the score being 3-2. If Chaos had taken the 5th and final game, he would have resetted the bracket for one last best of 5 set. But 4% closed it out and took first place, winning the entire tournament. This was a tournament where money was involved. People's hard-earned cash were on the line. A competition to see who was the best. In the end, 4%, Chaos, and Joey Crizzle got top 3.
You got paid
the players
for it.
who won a cash prize for their respective placing.
Yep.
Once the tournament had ended,
That means he stole
Chaos
money.
was very happy to go home with some extra change in his pocket, just by beating
the whole
everyone and
scene.
getting second place. Or so everyone thought he did. After some time, people started becoming even more suspicious in how this Pichu player, only having been in the scene for a couple years, came close to beating one of the best puff mains in the entire world. It was one day when a Melee Fest was planned for all players to come and enjoy some Melee, just to chill and have a great time, when one of the players that happened to show up was Chaos himself, with his own setup.
Oh my god.
And once again, there were suspicions surrounding
Don't tell me someone got footage of him playing his own setup in a
Chaos
fest.
not being
That's
100%
so
faithful to
baller.
the rules in tournament play, that even some members in the Ohio scene came up with a plan to steer Chaos away from the room and to take a look at the supposed buried secret. The plan was for some
Trap
Melee players to
house.
go to a Sheetz convenience store, which is located nearby,
Wait,
and
the
invite Chaos to
war.
join the ride.
Wait, have you guys ever been to Sheets?
Melee players to go to a Sheetz convenience store, which is located
Sheets is great. You ever have the fries from Sheets? It's awesome. It's like a Wawa. It's like the lore is great. Shout outs to Sheets. They said, bro, wait. They invited him to a Smash Fest. They brought the camera and they told him to go to Sheets. They played him. They played him like a fiddle.
nearby and invite Chaos to join the ride. When the group left, those who stayed where all the Melee action was taking place decided to copy Chaos's SD card with a separate one, keeping it secured until it was time to see what was inside.
Wait.
Separate one. All the Melee action was taking place, decided to copy Chaos's SD card with a separate
They
one.
copied his
keeping
SD
it
card.
secured until it was time to see what was inside. Once everyone came back, everything seemed normal, even to Chaos. The Melee menu theme playing in the background and controllers being pressed left and right. When it was time to end the Melee Fest, Chaos and others left, but not the newly SD card.
Bro, only in Ohio. This is check the disc.
Because it was right in the palm of their hands. It was now time
It was a
to
sting.
reveal what was hiding in plain sight. And then this video leaked out to the public.
Get on the ledge.
Oh,
Just eat it. Up B as fast as you can. Spam it. Okay.
Holy shit.
To the average player, nothing seems to be weird.
The angle.
Since it's just Pichu using a down tilt to get Falco off stage. But to the experienced individual, the hitbox is 100% modded, in that this down tilt is extended to cover more space. As soon as the video came out, players with the newly copied SD card found out that by inputting a specific button combination and picking the blue colored
this
Pichu
video is
palette,
great. Oh, so it was only on Blue Pichu specifically.
the character would become the now dubbed Super Pichu. When messing around with Super Pichu's movement and hitboxes, major things were discovered, like his down tilt having
Oh my god. What is like that's not it's so blatant. God.
down tilt having increased movement and hitboxes. Major things were discovered, like his down tilt having increased range, invincibility during his up air animation, his weight being changed from 55 to 90,
55 to 90.
a crazy neutral air hitbox, lagless moves like his forward air, and forward smash being able to kill at such a low percent.
What the
It was also discovered that Chaos would ask this question on Smashboards to the creator of the 20XX Hack Pack training mod, Achilles, days before the ARG monthly.
Wow, bro, he self-reported. What are the names of the DAT files for the PAL and SD remix versions of the characters in 20XX 4.05? Pichu mainly. He self-reported. The breadcrumbs were there.
To the creator of the 20XX Hack Pack training mod, Achilles, days before the ARG monthly, but this could just be a coincidence. A couple days after the Super Pichu discovery, a Reddit post made by Dan Salvato, creator of the 20XX Tournament Edition, not to be confused with the previous Hack Pack, made a detailed post surrounding the event and even created a video on the scary ways the tournament melee scene could be faced with hackers in the future. along with the linked playlist that contained footage of Super Pichu winning games against top players in the
Oh
region.
my
And
god.
to be clear, I did watch the videos, but it all came to a sudden stop when something unfortunate came at my way. The thing is, most of the footage that was linked in the Reddit thread used to be viewable, and that anyone who was interested in the topic or the story could watch it, but it is now considered lost, and that during my research to make this video, I tried to get in contact with members in the Ohio Melee region who happen to know more about the whole Pichu
They
situation.
deleted the VODs,
when one
dude.
day, now,
And there it is.
This became. Oh, sorry. Thank you, Rizaro. This became a lost footage, lost content.
gone. But ever since I asked people in the Ohio region about the whole Super Pichu situation from actual witnesses, the playlist was all taken down, never to be seen ever again.
Okay, actually, this wasn't them taking it down. That was Nintendo taking down modded versions of their game and footage of it. Thank you very much. Just so you know.
Although if you try going back to the Wayback Machine, you are able to watch the only 2 videos that were archived in the playlist, which is S1
They used the Wayback Machine?
versus Chaos, as well as the one against Sweet. Other than that, as of this recording, the playlist is now considered to be lost media. Aside from that, Super Pichu would be the first ever recorded case of in-game cheating in the
Wow.
whole lifespan of Melee's release.
The first and only
In
case.
the end, Chaos was banned and was required to redistribute his tournament winnings and money matches he had won using the Super Pichu. We all hope that something like this never happens one more time.
Dude, he was forced to give back the money he won from tournaments and money matches, which means everyone you know is like, bro, he money matched me. Yeah, I lost $200 to him. There was probably people ranking up his ankles, just getting every dollar they could out of him, and rightfully so. That's funny
We'll
as hell.
never know
Could you imagine?
until that day strikes again. And that is it for the video. Oh my god. Dude, I am so exhausted because I literally spent like 8 hours today, like editing and also uploading this video, right? So like there's a lot of things that's going on. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I had a lot of, it was really fun to make. It was pretty stressful too. It took like about a month, or more than a month, just to make this. And yeah, it was really fun. I loved it.
Bro, it was a good video. I'll give it a like. That is actually insane. But like I said, if you had watched this footage,
Teens and even making discussion board over start taking more often than usual at a relatively fast rate.
like this right here was all I needed to see. The thumbnail for this video should just be this right here. That's the only image that you need. And guys, I gotta say, if it ever gets to the point where you need to feel the need to cheat in Melee or in Smash Bros to do this, you gotta just rethink your priorities in life. Point is, I know winning feels good, but winning feels a lot better when you earn it. You cannot pop off on a cheated win. You can't do it. There's been a lot of cases of cheating in video games, especially in speedrunning, right? Especially in speedrunning, because people have this ego and they want to be the best and they want to be recognized. What I got worried about is this guy brought his Wii, right? In order for him to cheat, he had to bring his own modded hardware from home. What I always fear is the idea that with all these box controllers that are allowed, I'm not saying box controllers are inherently cheating, obviously. They have an advantage, but it's not cheating. But it would be very simple with some very simple electrical engineering knowledge to get one of those big-ass box controllers and insert a macro into there, insert something that gives you a perfect ledge dash each time. And the movements are so fast, you probably wouldn't be able to tell at all. You would be able to tell if you use the Slippy Replay feature, right? Because on the Slippy Replay feature, it gives you the exact inputs at all times. So if you saw a Fox hit 15 perfect ledge dashes in the whole game, you'd be like, well, fuck, he's really, really good. But if you replayed it back with Slippy Replay and you found that the ledge dash input for the perfect glint was on those exact same frames 15 times in a row, you'd know for a fact a script was running because a human being can't do that 15 times in a row. It's literally impossible. You can't do things that frame perfectly.